Yo, what's going on everyone? ZHunter115 here, back with another Cold War Zombies video. Today I bring you my first in-depth guide on weapons from common to legendary. This time we are going to be taking a look at the M1911. It's only fitting that we start with this weapon first. Anyway, in this video I will show you the damage that each rarity of this weapon will do, and also explain all the calculations. So before I get into this one, if you found it informative or helpful in any way, a like rating is greatly appreciated, and if you want to subscribe for more content like this, that'll be awesome as well. So starting off, this is my common version, which are loadout level weapons, labeled as red in the bottom right there where it says 1911. A body shot is going to deal 50 damage. The headshot multiplier is actually ×4, which is going to give us 200 damage to a headshot. But if you have unlocked your pistol skills, you can get plus 10% critical hit damage. So ×4 will give us 200, and another 10% increase on top of that gives us 220, as you see right there. Another thing about headshots, if you have Deadshot leveled up, you can have it deal 100% more crit damage if the enemy is at full HP. So, like, this enemy's at full HP, if I shoot him with Deadshot, instead of 220, I would be doing 440. Anyway, moving on. With tier 1 skill for pistols, close range shots deal 10% more damage. So at close range, our body shot deals 55, and our headshot is going to deal 242. And at long range, this pistol deals 20% less damage. So instead of 50 to the body, I will deal 40 damage, as you see right there. And instead of 220 for the headshot, it'll be 176, as you see right there. Now that we have all this information, we can take a look at the rest of the rarities. The green or uncommon M1911 will deal 50% more damage, so you can multiply by 1.5. The blue or rare will deal 100% increased damage, so you can multiply by 2. The purple or epic variant deals 200% increased damage, you multiply everything by 3. And the orange or legendary variant will deal 300% increased damage, so you basically multiply everything by 4. Now for the Pack-a-Punch upgrades. The tier 1 will increase the damage dealt by 110%. The tier 2 will increase it by 320%, and tier 3 will increase it by 740%. And here are our final damage numbers. Keep in mind, as I mentioned earlier, close range shots will deal 10% more damage, and long range shots will have a 20% penalty. However, I don't have them listed on here. Also remember that all the crit numbers will be multiplied by 2 with Deadshot against enemies that are at full health. And one more thing, if you're using the specialist Ring of Fire, if you stand in the ring, your shots will deal 5 times the damage. So let me quickly guide you through this scuffed chart that I made. As you can see at the top we have each rarity, and then going down we have our headshot and body damage first on the base damage, and then we go down to tier 1 PAP, tier 2 PAP, and tier 3 PAP. So if you take a look at the common or my loadout M1911, when fully papped, it's going to do 420 body damage and 1848 crit damage or headshot damage. And if you take a look at the epic, which is in purple, you can see that my common loadout weapon packed 3 times will do more damage than a purple one packed once. And you can also take a look at the legendary. The legendary packed once will do the exact same damage as my M1911 straight from the loadout packed 3 times. Now, the health cap for zombies is around 30,000. So, if our legendary fully papped M1911 deals 1,680 body damage and 7,392 headshot damage, it will take around 18 body shots or 4 headshots to kill 1 zombie. So, is this pistol worth it? Of course it is. Obviously, this game provides much better options, cough cough, the ray gun, but still, it is very solid considering it will kill zombies on high rounds. Especially if you're using ammo mods, obviously, those will give you extra bonuses. Especially the cryo one, whenever you freeze an enemy, you actually deal twice the damage to the enemy, which is pretty cool. Anyway, now for the big boy of this video, I wanted to show you a little formula I created for the M1911. This is the damage formula. So 50 times rarity, and here you can include the rarity. So 50, if it's common, you just multiply by 1. So it stays the same. If it's a green one, you multiply by 1.5, which is the 50% increase. For the blue one, you will multiply by 2. For the purple one, you would multiply by 3. And for the legendary, you would multiply by 4. Anyway, 50 multiplied by rarity multiplied by Pack-a-Punch tier. And the Pack-a-Punch tier, tier 1, you would multiply by 2.1. For tier 2 Pack-a-Punch, you would multiply by 4.2. And for tier 3 Pack-a-Punch, you would multiply by 8.4. After that, you multiply by Ring of Fire if you are using Ring of Fire, of course. You don't need to include this, so you would multiply by 5. And then, multiplied by, in case you're doing crit, this is what you would multiply by for crit damage. You would multiply by 4 for the initial headshot multiplier, then add the 10% increase from your pistol skills, times 1.1. And then you would multiply by Deadshot, which is times 2. So let's do a quick scenario. Let's say I have a purple M1911 tier 2 Pack-a-Punch while not using the Ring of Fire and having Deadshot. So that would be 50 multiplied by a purple rarity is 3 times, so multiply by 3. Then we would multiply that by our Pack-a-Punch tier. We said it was tier 2, so we multiply by 4.2. That would give us 630 body damage. And now for our critical damage or our headshot damage, we first multiply by 4. Then we multiply by the 10% increase from our skills, so times 1.1. And that gives us 2,772 headshot damage. Now, since we're using Deadshot, if we shoot a full health enemy, we should deal twice this damage, which would give us around 5,544 headshot damage. So yeah, that is the damage formula for the M1911. And that's how it is. This was the 1911 inside of zombies, from loadout to legendary. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what weapon you want me to do next. But that's going to do it for me. Make sure to drop a like if you enjoyed, and if you want to subscribe for more content, that'll be awesome as well. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.